Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. It's very late, but I thought I have to make this video. So wait, before I get into the the comments that the parties made and what everybody is thinking, okay, I want to share this. So, Dr. Hlophe was very pissed, right? Dr. Hlophe was very pissed. He was pissed. He said, Bana, we've been waiting here to make a comment. We are the official opposition. So what happened is this. Because the EFF, obviously, they from the word go, they're very open with their stance, and everybody's genuinely always interested to hear what is Julius Malema going to say. You can never compete with that. You can never ever compete with that. And I think on top of that, MK came in and they became a weak opposition. So nobody is really interested in what they are going to say. Because even now, when Hlophe was complaining there, it was only like one news outlet that went there. But the EFF, everybody was like, what is Julius Malema going to say? And I'm going to share that. So, so I'm going to first play that. I'm going to first play Dr. Hlophe's clip. So, and they kept on emphasizing that we are the official opposition. We are the official opposition. You know what I think, Mna? I think maybe Hlophe could use the skill and the experience of Floyd Chivambo, because Floyd has been in parliament for over 10 years. And when he was in the EFF, he was contributing and he was making submissions. So I don't know why he's not really assisting them. I'm not sure why. I feel like they're not united, because he should be able to share his experiences. Anyway, that's not why I'm making this video. But I feel like even the things that Dr. Hlophe said, that he contributed, it's what the EFF has been saying. So it's like when they speak, they don't say anything new. That's like, oh, wow. They're saying what has already been said. And the EFF, just before the amendment bill, I want to read this, but I don't want this lamp to go off. Okay, there we go. Just before the parliament session started, the EFF said parliament powers can be amended. They said parliament powers to amend the proposed budget. So meaning that the parties can unite and amend the budget, right? So now that the budget has been presented in Parliament and the minister has said if VAT is going to increase by 0.5, which is half a point, and then which is now this year, and then the following year half a point, which is 1%, right? Half a percent. So they're gonna implement it in two parts. Yeah. Well, so the EFF says we can now amend the bill. So EFF said it took 10 years for the legislative battles from 1999 to 2009 for the Money Bills Amendment Procedure Act to be passed. So it took 10 years. Officially granting Parliament the power to amend the bill. So Parliament can actually amend the bill, but they need to unite, which is what the EFF was saying. We need to unite now as all the parties. And now the EFF also said, now that the DA is strongly opposing, I think the DA is going to be caught with their pants down. The EFF says now that the DA is also opposing, because the DA has got a big percentage, so we need the DA if we're going to amend that that budget. We need the DA. So the EFF says if the DA is really confident and truthful when they say they don't want to be part of the increasing of the VAT, they must come and unite with us and all the other parties. We reject the budget, but we don't only just reject and say, hi, we reject, but we also amend it and we change it. If we say we are amending it, we are changing it, making sure Uti, there is not going to be an increase, then let's do that together. I wonder if the DA is going to pull through, or they are going to negotiate and get a better deal and maybe end up not opposing. So, which is a very important point. I also noticed one thing that the ANC has actually done. The ANC has increased the grants, the ntontoni, yabo. And I'm thinking to myself, they are playing towards 2026 right now. Because they want grants, abantu they want the kids money is a grant and pension and don't. People want those money. And the relief, the one that was received after just after COVID or during COVID, they are saying they are continuing with that for 1 year. The reason they are continuing with it is because they are aiming for that 2026 elections. They want to answer now. They're just trying to get results now from the 2026. So I think one thing that we need to watch for is if will all the parties be able to work together, reject the budget together and amend the budget. Can they be able to unite and work together against the ANC? If they can, that would be amazing. And I hope they do. I hope that the DA pulls through, as they are saying. Another thing that we need to watch out for, just before we get there, another thing that I wanted to say is Mmusi Maimane has been coming on very strong. I'm always watching the small parties. I always watch how they react, how they behave, and Mmusi Maimane is really taking a stance. And I wish we can see. I wish people can see the stance that people are taking, especially in these important times. I'm not sure if I'm seeing the stance that they're taking because I'm taking the time to read and see what they're saying. I hope it could be available, but I think I'm definitely going to make a TikTok video. Whenever there's a small party doing something, I really want to spend more time making sure it reaches out to the other people. So Mmusi Maimane has been taking a big stand against the VAT. So he said, we cannot ask South Africans to pay more in VAT while there have been no cuts to blue lights, while the cabinet remains oversized. We cannot ask the people to keep tightening their belt when the belt is suffocating them. It's time for government to cut corruption. It's time for government to cut the cabinet. It's time for government to cut the deputy ministers, which is what the EFF have said a long time ago. It's nothing new. We have cut the people enough. South Africans are struggling and cannot afford to pay another cent while getting delivery. So I love Mmusi. I feel like he's been really aggressive and taking stance and just being firm where he stands. So I really love that. I love that for Mmusi. So, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I've been talking a lot, but these are the things that I wanted to say. This is the first time making a video and giving my 2 cents off the budget. So these are the important things that I wanted to say. Okay, let's play the clip for Dr. Hlophe. I want to play Dr. Hlophe on purpose, and then I'm going to play the clip for Julius Malema. I'm going to play one for Dr. Hlophe, and then I'm going to play CIC's one. Let's get right into it.
As MK, is that a wise move on his part?
Well, thank you. Good afternoon to viewers at home. We have waited for so long to express our views as the official opposition. In our considered view as the MK party, the minister had a number of options to explore, but the option that the minister chose, in our view, is a wrong one. Increasing VAT by any percentage is disastrous. To increase it by 0.5% this year and next year as well, the people who are going to suffer most are black people. These are the people who pay VAT, and we are going to suffer most.
The question really on your statement, what other options did he have in your view?
There were a number of options. Wealth tax, for example, is very important. There are many tycoons here who should be paying wealth tax. There is no reason why we should not increase wealth tax. The other option is to increase corporate tax. It is a viable option in our view. There are other options. Capacitate SARS and make SARS better able to collect revenue. There are so many people who are getting away with murder, who are not paying their tax. That, in our considered view, would generate a lot of revenue, as opposed to increasing VAT by 0.5%, which no doubt will affect so many people, particularly the poorest of the poor. So from that point of view, the budget speech was a huge disappointment.
The minister argues that increasing the corporate tax will not raise the necessary revenue that is looking for, and it will also discourage investment. Your take on that argument?
Well, we've heard that before. Wealth tax can be improved, can be increased. There is no way investors will run away because they need to invest in South Africa. We've heard that lies before. So those who threaten to pull out, we know they will not withdraw from South Africa. But that, in our considered view, would generate enough revenue as opposed to going down the VAT route.
Lastly, how will MK vote in relation to the budget? Will you support it or reject it? And secondly, do you think the ANC will muster enough support to be able to pass this budget?
Well, let me speak for the MK party. We will definitely reject the budget in its entirety, particularly as it relates to the VAT increase. As for the ANC, I cannot speak for the ANC. They will decide what to do as a party. I can only speak for our party, which is Umkhonto weSizwe Party, the official opposition party in this country. Whatever happens to the ANC camp, it is none of our making. It is of no interest to us.
So this is not pro-poor budget?
Definitely, in our view, this was a poor budget. There's no question about it.
All right.
Well, this was not unexpected. They were playing tricks on us. They said 2%, but the real intention was to increase VAT with 0.5 this year and 0.5 next year, which would lead to 16%. They ran out of ideas on how to generate revenue for the state. This is not an instruction to Parliament. In terms of Public Management Finance Act, he's allowed to come and make a proposal according to Section 27 of that Act. And then we must then be allowed through committees to engage on this matter and come back and debate it here and adopt it here. We will not support any form of increase on VAT. We agree that we need to protect SRD. We agree that we need to invest in infrastructure, but let's test the rich. Let the corporate tax be increased. Let there be tax on the wealthy people of South Africa who buy buffaloes for 22 million. Those people should be made to pay and finance the social responsibilities of the. Well, we agree that we need to make sure that the budget is balanced. We must ensure that revenue is made and that the debt is reasonable, also in terms of interest cost. But we will not agree that all of those burdens of infrastructure that we agree with should be actually be put on the shoulders of the poor, of the poorest. We want the rich to pay. Let the corporate tax be increased. Let the wealthy be taxed because they've got too much money to a point where they don't even know how to spend on it. That's why they could afford to bid for buffaloes of 22 million and buy them, because they have money, they don't know with it to do what to do with it. Let's give that money into the budget and leave the poor alone.
Okay, and Parliament itself is the task now, of course, of debating and also just voting on the budget itself. As the EFF,
Yes.
Will you be in support of the proposed budget here?
We will not vote in support of this budget. That's why we're saying there's going to be trade-offs. We'll participate in the Committee of Finance, where our proposals will be made. We'll lobby other political parties. There is no one here with outright majority. Today, every decision that must be taken here must be through consensus and trade-offs. So we are going to make sure we lobby other political formations to ensure that we amend the budget. And this will be an opportune moment, by the way, for Parliament to amend the budget after 16 years when the laws were changed, allowing Parliament to amend the budget. We have never used that opportunity before. Let's use it to demonstrate to South Africa that Parliament is not a rubber stamp. Parliament can amend the budget, which is not in the best interest of the poor, of the poorest.
Another thing that the ANC tried to do, they tried to intimidate the DA by saying, yeah, we're going to go to the EFF. So I'm glad that the EFF, from the word go, they disassociated themselves from the ANC and the VAT and said, we will not accept. So you're not going to use us as fear mongers. You're not going to use us to to get your way. Uyabona? So shout out to the EFF and to all the other parties. Now, so now that you guys have heard, Dr. Hlophe as he first complained. I feel sorry for them. Yes, Hashem. Someone actually said, and I know you guys want to unite. Someone said the EFF and the MK will not be able to survive and coexist. One has to die. And it's a pity, yes. Said one has to be swallowed by the other. So I think that's another thing that we actually have to watch out for. That's one thing that we also have to watch out for. Hey, Kunzima, guys, like it's tough. So yeah, guys, if you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Belwana. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, guys. It is free of charge. Please subscribe for me, guys. It is free of charge. I'll see you on the next episode. Let me know what you think about this budget speech. Let me know if you think the oppositions can work together and maybe they can amend this budget. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys on the next one. A luta continua. The struggle continues. It always continues.